Hey, Fit Force! It is Wednesday morning, December 15th, and we are here today with Anita Miron, and we are going to talk about Facebook marketing and ads and just how she has been able to create such a successful business for herself using some of the tools she's going to share with us today. To kind of recap, we had an amazing November and we talked a couple of weeks about the launch of Hammer and Chisel. So hopefully that is going really great for you guys. It is the 16th, so I know December tends to be a really rough month, but let's not get that mindset in our head and let's start talking to people now about creating a lifestyle and not trying convincing them using some of the tips that Joelle covered 2 weeks ago about getting people to start now and getting mentally prepared for starting this new lifestyle in January. You guys have any questions about that, please use the team page so that we can bounce ideas off of each other of how we are working to hit Success Club this month. And really, that's all I have for you guys today. We don't have very many updates, and I want to just jump right in to the meat of the call with Anita. Most of you guys know who Anita is. She is top 10 coach from 2014. She will be a top 10 coach again this year. Anita lives in Michigan. She's a mom. She has a little girl named Scarlett, and she's married to an awesome guy, Eric, who does a lot of the photography and stuff that you guys see for some of the coaches. She's a great person, great friend, and an amazing coach. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it on over to her.
Awesome. Okay. Do you want to broadcast me?
You are.
Oh, I am. So I'm on the big screen.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's kind of confusing, but I'm always like, how does this work? Well, thank you for that awesome introduction, Lauren. And yeah, Lauren and I have been really good friends, and she was my closest friend in Austin, and I just loved getting to know her family, and just such a blessing to really have had that time to get to know Lauren in Texas. So you guys have a great leader. So I've been a coach for 3.5, coming up on 4 years in May this year. And I got started just with the desire to get fit and healthy and to have a lifestyle change. And boy, did it ever change everything about me. I became a stronger leader, a better mom, a better wife, got in shape and figured out sort of what I wanted to do with my life. And I knew I wanted a career where I was helping people change, helping people get better at being themselves, a better version of themselves. I always knew that I wanted to do something like that. I actually was going to go into becoming a therapist. I was on my way to becoming a licensed social worker. I had a degree in psychology, and it just didn't seem like the right fit. And I was kind of soul searching and trying to find my ideal job, and Beachbody sort of became that for me. So this has been the longest I've ever stuck with a job. So, and it's just been a lot of fun. And my daughter, my sole purpose in the beginning was to be able to be home with her. And now she's kind of older and in preschool, but we are expecting another little one, and I'm excited to just to have the opportunity to be home with my new baby coming up in 7 months. So, but today I wanted to share with you, and Lauren kind of suggested that I share this with you as well, how I've built my social media presence through various vehicles, but the main one that I build through is Facebook. I really use and take advantage of a Facebook like page. That's my bread and butter. And I do have quite a presence through my personal page too, but I do bring a lot of people over from my like page to my personal page. And I do a lot of conversations through my personal page. So, I mean, it's kind of 50-50 right now where I'm pulling business and meeting new coaches and challengers and things like that. So I'm going to share with you kind of my secrets to how I operate a Facebook like page and how I translate that to business. And I hope that that's going to help you coming into the new year, 2016. And I encourage you all to start a like page and practice and play with it and see where you're comfortable. You don't have to be at 1 million followers to have business. I had 5,000 followers. I had 500 followers, and I was still getting business from my like page. It's a great tool for reaching new people. I'm going to show you how that's done today through my like page. What I'm going to do is actually screen share. I don't have slides, but what I'm going to do is bring you right over to my like page. I'm logged in, and I'm going to show you how I use it. So let me go ahead and get that up. All right, let's see here. Can you guys see my like page? Hold on. Lauren, when I click to my like page, can you see it? I can't hear you or see you.
Sorry, I mean, there wouldn't be feedback, but yeah, I can see it.
You can see it. Okay, perfect. That's all I need. Okay. So this is my like page, and boy, has the like page system really changed in the last couple of years. When I started using a like page, you actually couldn't message people through your like page. You had to be friends with them, but now you actually can. So I'm pretty excited to kind of share with you how I've been utilizing my like page now. So what you want to do is, of course, go ahead and sign up for a like page. What you can do, I would show you how, but it's very self-explanatory. You log out of Facebook and you can sign up for a business page. Let's go ahead and look at the facade of my like page. Again, I do get a lot. I would say at this point, 90% of my business comes from this route. It is very lucrative, and it is it's fun. It kind of meets my personality. I am driven by fun. I'm driven by immediate results. And for me, this is just a really quick way to meet people, really quick way to get business. So let's talk about the facade. First, you need a profile picture that looks a little bit more professional. I would suggest, as soon as possible, booking a professional photo shoot with a pro photographer. It doesn't have to be, you know, mind-blowing or amazing, but it does have to look like you mean business. When somebody stumbles upon your page, they want to feel like they're talking to a professional or somebody that knows what they're talking about. If you got a picture of a dumbbell or a picture of a unicorn, that's not saying to somebody that you're serious about your Beachbody business or serious about helping them get fit and healthy or starting a Beachbody business themselves. Of course, you want to definitely look into making a banner. My banner is kind of outdated. I've been meaning to make a new one. I made this in the spring, so it's very spring-like. This is click banner for a free meal plan and more info. So it's very interactive. If I were to click on it, people can come here and apply to join one of my challenge groups. That just takes them over to an application. So let's talk about that really quick before we move on. I use something called jotform.com. Write that down, jotform.com, and it's absolutely free and very user-friendly. You can go there and you can create your applications, and they actually save, so you can use that link over and over again. So, and then here they can, you know, join your team. So I've created one for joining my team. There's my daughter and I this summer. So yeah, there's multiple links here, but jotform.com is what I use. There's also a website called woofoo.com where you can make an application. The reason I like applications a lot is because it looks very professional. People can go there to that application and it looks like you know what you're doing, you mean business, you're not just the fly by the seat of your pants type of person. But what it says is just as welcome to my fitness community. I'm a mommy who lost 70 pounds and made fitness a commitment. So I'm being very authentic and real. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm anything but who I really am. I'm not saying I'm a personal trainer or anything like that. You can stop by here to find fitness motivation, inspiration, and tips. I love to share what is working for me, recipes, workout, fitness, equipment, and motivation. If you're interested in joining one of my monthly groups, please apply below. Okay, again, that's Jotform and Woofoo. You can use that. So yeah, my cover photo, even people tend to go here and click. And that's a really interactive way to kind of grab up people's information and start a conversation. It's a lead or a way to generate leads through Facebook. It's just it kind of grabs people's information. And I know if I were looking at somebody's page, like say I was following Tony Robbins and I loved his stuff and I clicked on his banner and I saw that I could apply to get free information about something, I would probably do it. Okay, so I would definitely give that a shot. So let's talk more about description. Let's see here. Is my description up? Yeah, about me. I don't have a ton here. I just have my website. Typically replies within a day, message now. I don't have my phone number or my address. I don't think that's necessary. So let's talk about the psychology behind my page. First of all, you want to be always consistently having conversations with your niche market. You want to be always giving value to your niche market. You want to be connecting with your niche market as much as possible. I'm going to talk to you guys about why there's a money sign there in a minute, but let's talk about connection to your niche market first. First, you need to identify who your niche market is. Everybody has a different niche market, and typically your niche market is who you are. So say you're a mom of 3, you're probably going to attract a lot of moms, especially if you're a mom of toddlers. You're in that toddler age group, you're going to attract a lot of moms with toddlers because they're going to see photos of you with your toddler and you talking about your life. So you want to speak to that niche. For me, I'm a mom of a toddler and I'm also expecting. So, and then that's new news, but I do tend to talk about how to be healthy and as a mother and in pregnancy, even before I was pregnant. So here it says, this is a great example. 3.5-year-olds are no joke. I've never been tested so much in my life. There are days when I just want to walk away during the tantrums and the defiant behavior. Today, I turn my personal development a half hour to childhood development. Parents, can I get an amen? 3.5 is probably the toughest age for toddlers. I strongly suggest this book. Joe Frost from Super Nanny is seriously the bomb. So this is a great example because look, there's a picture of a toddler. There's a really great book suggestion that I give people, so there's value. I'm asking a question, can I get an amen? Like toddlers are hard. And so people are going to chime in and say, yes, toddlers are really hard. If you look here, I have about 8 comments. This is just my like page. I did the same post for my personal page. I post just about the same on both pages, and I'll show you how. But this reached about 4,046 people. That's not that great. It may increase as the day goes on. Considering I have 74,000 followers on here, that's not the greatest turnaround, but it is a good example of a good afternoon or morning post. But I do, message or comment back and forth to get the conversation going. That also does something called increase your edge rank. So when you comment and like people's things like this, and you interact, it actually puts this post into their friends' newsfeed and suggests this page to their friends as well. Also, it makes your post pop up into your followers' newsfeed a lot sooner as they're scrolling, so it's less likely to get missed. So you definitely want to interact with your following. So let's talk about another post that speaks to my following. We'll skip that and go back to that one. Okay, here's a good one. So, I have a lot of pregnant moms following my page. So I have 30 comments. That's pretty darn good. And I asked, did you have a bump faster in your second trimester or your second pregnancy? So I'm 10 weeks along and I have a little bump, and I shared that. And this, if you're probably not pregnant, or you may not be, so this may not be a great post for you to take, but you can see how I'm conversating and connecting with my people, my niche market moms. And then so say, let's do one. This one did pretty well. A hubby post. So yeah, I'm speaking constantly to that market, moms. So here's a great mom post. And then I give value. So let's talk about value. There's 3 components. So like I said, connection, value, and then that what I like to call a call to action, which we'll get to in a second. So value. Let's talk about that. Let me see. Photos. Rather than scrolling back a million years, let's go ahead and just go right here. Okay, so here's a valuable post. It didn't do that well, this one, I don't think, but what I was craving versus what I had. So I was craving a cheeseburger with fries. And oh boy, that's like all I crave right now. All I want is cheeseburgers. And hold on, my dogs are growling. Hey, stop it. Olive, move it. Thank you. So I put what I had, and I talk about it being a turkey burger on a pita as a healthier option, and that gives other moms an idea of how they can take the grease away and take the cheese, the processed cheese away, and the bun, the gluten-packed bun away. So you do half a pita and a turkey burger, and that gives people kind of like a good idea. Let's see what else. More value. Here's a great one. I usually give a meal plan per week, a meal plan that I intend on following. And then I put my email. If you'd like to join my challenge group, go ahead and email me here. And that just gives people more reason to come back to my page. The reason to add value is give people a reason to come to your page. And of course, I just let people get to know me a little bit. I just give them an insight into my life. And my life really is not very exciting. It's, the day-to-day, the what I do throughout my day to stay healthy and fit, and just what I do. So people can get to know me a little bit and like me, rather than just me being somebody that gives value and asks for people to join my challenge group. So you want to give people a glimpse into your life, give them value, and connect with them. And then the most important thing, actually they're all equally important, but another really important thing is to go for the ask, or to do a call to action. A call to action is basically promoting what it is you have to offer and asking people to give you their information so you can reach out to them. And these are typically posts that I do pay to promote. So for example, this one says, let them be the reason. Guys, please don't utilize this post. This is, and don't utilize anyone else's. Come up with your own, something that speaks to your following. So this speaks to my following, and it gives them value. It's a message. Let them be the reason. And so I've done calls like this, and I've showed people posts that I've made, and I end up scrolling and seeing 100 copies of my post. So make sure you kind of get creative and make your own, or try to find your own graphic or your own picture to utilize. But these are the posts. My point isn't to teach you what to post. My point is to teach you the psychology behind how I use a like page. So this post I boosted for $100, but over a period of 5 days, I do spend about 10% of my income on advertising and marketing my business, sometimes even less, sometimes 5%. Right now, I would say I'm around that 5% mark. But so this post will get me probably, about 20 to 30 people today that are interested. As you can see, a lot of interests. And so basically, I just reach out to them, message them, and ask them what their fitness goals are. So you can read that for yourself, but, and you're welcome to go get ideas from this, but of course, don't copy it word for word. I see way too many people do that. I'm like, no, then I have to change what I'm doing. Okay, so that's a call to action. And here is an advertisement. This is how I get my followers and my likes. So this has 68,000 people reached. The reason I chose to boost this one in particular was because it already had 12,000 people reached and over 100 likes on it. So I figured that would be, it already had engagement and interest. So I went ahead and I boosted it. And this is how I get likes, because I'm talking about pregnancy. I'm talking about weight gain, and I'm talking about working out. And it says hashtag fit pregnancy, hashtag fit mama. And there are a lot of women on Facebook and online who are looking for someone to follow to give them inspiration, tips, and motivation for fitness. And this really does give people a glimpse into my life and what I'm doing right now, and it gives them some motivation. So with this motivation coming to them through their news feed, they're more apt to say, okay, who is this person? Huh, interesting. She's working out, you know, she's kind of like me, she's an average mom, and she is pregnant, or she has kids and she was pregnant before and she gained weight, and so maybe I'll just go ahead and hover over her name and like her page. So that's how I had this week. I've had 910 likes so far from that boosted ad. And those are just, I mean, it's so targeted. It's like a male truck driver is not going to see this ad and say, I probably should follow Anita Get Fit. It doesn't make sense. But a woman with children is going to come across this and like it. And that's my targeted audience. That's who I want to speak to. That's who I want to get into my challenge groups. So you're probably asking, who do I target? Great question. So who do I target? So on the posts that I use to get more followers and likes, I actually target not the people who like my page and their friends, but a targeted audience. So I've done Amazon Mom, Stroller Strides, Infant Bodysuit, Weight Watchers, Jillian Michaels, Baby Center, Johnson & Johnson, Eating Disorder Awareness Month, Bob Revolution Stroller, or Jillian Michaels Body Revolution. These are all things that people who are my followers tend to like. I just guessed by these. And they're things that I talk about. So I want people who like those things to go to my page because I talk about it. And I do location, Canada, United States. My current budget's $100, but for over, I think, 7 days. So it's like $20 or $15 to $20 a day. And you can do $5. You can do $2. I mean, anything counts, okay? A new follower is a new follower is a new follower. So yeah. And you can even reset your targeting, but that's my target for that. So let's go back to that call to action. Who do you think I'm targeting there? I'm actually boosting this to people who like my page and their friends. I'm not trying to get new followers from this. I'm trying to attract the people who already follow my page that are not seeing my posts as quickly to this particular post. And then also their friends are more likely to trust me because their friend was following me. So there's more trust. Plus, I don't really feel like promoting and talking to people who don't know who I am or what I'm about. So that's why I don't promote this to random people out there that don't follow me. I promote it to people that follow me because they know who I am. They've seen my posts before. They know what I'm about. If I had to do this and I boosted it to people who don't like my page, I end up having to explain who I am, what Beachbody is, what I do, and then it becomes a waste of time. So I've narrowed it down to just people who like my page and their friends on this one. And I still get great business from it because there's just a little bit more trust built in. And these interests, you know, maybe 1 out of 5 will actually talk back to me, and maybe 1 in 20 will buy a challenge pack. It's not the highest turnover, but I do get a ton of conversations going, okay? So there's a lot of generated kind of guerrilla marketing here. So all these people, let me just show you what the initial message is that I send to them. So you can actually save, excuse me, you can save your responses over here on the left-hand side so that you don't have to type everything all out. Actually, it's not showing it. 1 second. Why is it doing that? I don't know why it's set up this way. Let's see. Okay, so my initial message, this is how I turn over people to following my personal page as well. So it says, hi there, thank you so much for your interest in my upcoming challenge group. Please share with me what your overall health and fitness goals are. What would you like to achieve? Don't be afraid to share. Chances are I've been there. And just so you think just so you don't think I'm some creepy creeper, go ahead and follow my personal page. So I bring them to my personal page so that they can see a little bit more about my life with Scarlett and my family and things like that. And my personal page, I just kind of do the same thing, except you can't boost stuff. So I have to rely on organic following, which is fine. I do pretty well on that page with organic following too. So on my personal page, I do tend to do a little bit more personal stuff, but it's usually about the same. Again, you want to be posting 3 to 4 times a day. I'm sure you've heard this before. You want to be giving people a glimpse into your life, and you want to be a billboard for the 3 vital behaviors. Workout. Here, I'll show you how I am a billboard for the 3 vital behaviors. Workout, drink your Shakeology, be proof the product works, and personal development. And invite, which was over back at my like page. So I am doing the 3 vital behaviors quite often, all day, every day, and I'm posting about it. And also I post about my family and what's happening in my life. So the like page takes time, guys. It's not going to happen overnight. I've had this bad boy for 3.5 years, and I'm just now really getting a good idea of really how to capitalize on this, and just how to really grab business from it in a very smart way. But I haven't always known that. It's taken a lot of trial and error, and I really wish I had somebody to tell me all the things I just told you 3.5 years ago, because I probably would have had success a lot faster. But I did have to really figure this all out on my own. So now it's so ingrained, the system I have in place. Oh, by the way, you can put the same description in your profile picture too, and that people will do the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to open you guys up to questions. Let me go ahead and unshare or screen share. Okay. So is there any questions, Lauren, or do you have a way of anybody asking questions?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Discussion. Yeah, if you guys have any questions and you're on here, post them to our team page underneath the team call announcement so she can answer them real quick.
Do you have questions, Lauren?
No, I'm good.
It's a lot of information.
Yeah, I think I was telling the team that I think you being here over the summer, you taught me so much. You and Eric really helped me start to grow my like page more and have more engagement and learn how to run more effective ads and things. So
good. I'm glad it helped.
She said, yeah, yes, the answer to that is yes. She asked if your like page was public. Here's one that I get asked a lot. What do you recommend people call themselves? You know how you have like community, public figure, that kind of thing. Do you have one thing in particular over another that you think is better?
I would say public figure.
Public figure.
Public because it's truly what you are. You're public and you're a public figure. I mean, you're not a trainer. You're not a beauty consultant. You know, so I really feel like public figure is the best way to go.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. That's what mine is too. Another question is, how early into your Beachbody coaching career did you go for a photo shoot? She said she feels like she's too new for it.
6 months in. I just asked my husband. My husband's a photographer, so I was uncomfortable, sure, but I said, we've got to make this work. And I'm seeing all these top coaches with professional photos. So will you take my photo? You can easily ask a local photographer to do a photo shoot for you. And it doesn't have to be, it was just a picture of me and my daughter playing outside. It doesn't have to be in a sports bra and booty shorts with a six pack. Not even, you don't even have to be close to that. Just you doing your thing is gonna look more serious and more professional than not. So
I agree. And you guys, you hear me say this all the time. I don't think there's ever a time for it to be too soon to go get a picture. You are who you are, and you're going to constantly throughout your journey be getting new photos and new updated photos. I mean, I think I get them every quarter. And sometimes I literally just set up my camera on a tripod outside and I take pictures with my phone and then use apps to make them look more professional. But you definitely want to consider getting them at least twice a year, because as you go on your journey, you're going to change as well. So I think it's a good idea to start now, no matter where you are in your journey, to have professional pictures done. Another thing is, where do you find your inspiration for your personal photos and your posts?
Life. So as soon as life happens, I'm just like, oh, I should post about this. Oh, this is a great post. Anything about life. And if your life is super duper boring, then I suggest there is a video on my YouTube. You could search Jatana Jackson, how to operate a personal page. She gives great tips on fun, engaging posts, on how to really ask people questions. And she does like Fashion Friday and Man Crush Monday and things like that. Stuff I don't really do because I try to post about my day-to-day life. Sometimes my life does get a little mundane and boring. Then I'm like, okay, Man Crush Monday or Fashion Friday or Flex Friday, something like that. But you got to think about it. It's a time investment.
Yeah, I agree. Another question was, it's Jantana Jackson. I'll post it in there, Nikki. It says, I'm finding it a little tough when I'm trying to make these nice setup, stack photos all in one shot, while I look nice one day and have to try and make them match up with the words to the post. Not sure I quite understand what you're asking there, Nikki. Do you mean like just how does she stage her pictures and things? Because you don't ever want to use stack photos. That's a no-no. Nikki, can you answer that question real quick? I'm not sure I understand. Do you want to just know like what she does to stage pictures and things? I think that's kind of what she means.
I use a timer on my phone.
Yeah.
And I just prop my phone up and I use the timer. My iPhone has a timer in it. You can download Timer Cam for any phone, and it will probably work.
So here's what she's asking, and I get this because I'm pretty sure you just did this. Like when you're trying to plan out posts for so she is somebody who works full time, and so a lot of the coaches will do take pictures and things along the way and then set them up to post them throughout the week. So I think she was asking how do you do that and make it match up with the timing throughout your week if you're planning all of your posts and pictures sooner? So let's say you did you took some pictures of some recipes and things that you made last week, but you're going to post it this week. I think she was asking kind of how do you make that work?
I lie. I just made this fabulous clean meatloaf. It's amazing. And then I post it, but I might have made the meatloaf last week. But nobody has to know that. Yeah,
I tell them the same thing all the time. It's just you take pictures of things as you go and you just post it. You there's no reason that you can't say, hey, I made this last week. You're still sharing something that you did that you're adding value to other people with. So you can act as if you did it just then, or you can ask as if you did it, or you can actually say that you did this last week and your kids loved it and you're looking to make it again, so you thought you would share it with people. Right. That's something yeah, I do that all the time. And yeah, so somebody else said, I noticed that my like page posts aren't being delivered organically with specific wording in them, like join me, group, or mentioning specific programs. What do you notice with that, and what works best for you when it comes to wording? And I remember you talking to me about this over the summer with saying, sorry, I'm sitting on a stability ball, over the summer, saying that there's certain words that are targets that will cause Facebook to either not allow you to boost it, or you said you just found that there are certain ways to word things that work best. And I think they're looking for some guidance on that.
Yeah. There's a feedback. I had to play with the word, and then when they got accepted, I then copied it and pasted it and kept it and just reuse it over and over again. So you're welcome to go look at mine and kind of see how I word it, but try to kind of write your own out and see if it gets approved, and then just play with it. I don't know which words really do work or what don't. I know you can't say mothers, you can't say women, because you can't exclude people, you can't discriminate, you can't say you're going to earn money, you're going to be popular, you're going to lose a ton of weight. So those are things that you have to avoid. So being very, very vague is important, not too specific. I think that's one of the rules.
Yeah, I know mine gets shut down all the time when I'm thinking that I'm just being honest and I'm talking about like me and personally how I feel with like being tired, or I had just finished eating a certain way, stuff like that. And they look at that and say as if I was targeting someone who has a specific condition or a specific type of person. And so you can't really do anything like that. It's really silly. It's kind of stupid, actually.
It is.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't see, I think that's it. I think nobody else has any other questions, then we're going to go ahead and let Anita go. But nope, I think we're good. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us today. I know this is something that I get asked a ton of questions about, and you were so helpful with me over the summer with this. And I know that they have all taken a ton of notes. I took some more myself. So but I love you, and thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, guys, for having me, and I hope you guys have a great holiday.
All right. Bye, girl. Thank you.